Hi, welcome to Madras Academy. In this session, we are going to learn about in PHP what are the data types, how to declare the variable, how to assign the value for the variable, about command lines, and how to add the basic HTML code and inline CSS in PHP file. These are all the topics we are going to cover in this session. First, what are the data types? In PHP, we have string, integer, float, boolean, array, object, null, resource. So these are all the data types, and how to assign the value for this data type, you will see that. And in all the basic language, if you take C, C++ or Java, okay, in all the languages, we need to use this data type to declare the variable. Okay, but in PHP, we are not using this variable directly. Okay, just we are using dollar symbol. Before variable, we are using dollar symbol. And how the PHP is identified, whether we are given integer or string or float or boolean, how the PHP program is going to respond for us. Okay, by defaultly, we are having where dump is a predefined method, and using this method, what type of values we are going to give for that variable, we can able to find out. Okay, and using this word dump method, how to display the value type for this variable, we'll see that. Okay, so here I'm not using variable. This all the string, integer, float, boolean, these are all called as a data type. Okay, so how to declare the data type in PHP? Okay, if you are going to declare any variable in PHP, we have three types of scope. Okay, in PHP we have three types of scope variables. Okay, while declare the variable, we'll plan that. Okay, whether we are going to declare as a local or global or static, that we have to plan. Okay, and while we writing the program, what is local variable, what is global variable, how to declare the static variable, everything I will tell you. But we have three types of scope in PHP. Okay, so how to use, we'll see that. Just you can remember this, we have three types of scope in PHP, and in that we can declare the variable as a local, global and static, and where we are using this, we'll see that later. And the next thing, we are going to learn about variables, how to declare the variable. Okay, so declaration, while we declare any variable, we need to use dollar symbol, dollar sign. Okay, dollar symbol or sign, we can tell anything here. And using this dollar symbol, we need to declare the variable in PHP. Okay, without dollar symbol, we are not supposed to declare the variable. Okay, and format for the variable. And this format we have to follow. For example, here I am using name variable. Okay, name, employee name, emp name, like that we can write it, or else emp name underscore name, emp underscore name, like that also we can write it. Okay, so without space we need to write. Okay, so these are all the format. Okay, so if you have two word now, the second word capital letter, but all the first word we need to start in a lowercase, not in uppercase. Okay, this format we have to plan it. And for the variable, if you are going to assign the place name, that is Chennai, you need to assign Chennai value for the variable. Don't give XYZ. Okay, so properly name that, that is a place, right? So dollar symbol, place equal to within double quotation Chennai. In the same way, dollar symbol, name equal to within double quotation John. So like that you have to give the proper variable name. Okay, so for example, if I'm going to assign the age, okay, so I need to write dollar symbol age equal to 20. Okay, So that is a number, so no need to write double quotation. So like that way we have to plan it. Okay, so 20 is the age. So while we see that variable, we can identify, okay, 20 is the age, like that. So without that dollar symbol age, you are given, considered like this, dollar symbol x is equal to 20. What is that x? X is a value or age or date. We are not able to identify it, right? So whatever the variables we are going to plan for our code, you need to give the proper variable name. Okay, such as name, age, place, address, height, weight, like that we have to plan. Okay, for all the variables, format is first letter, small letter. If we have second word, that is, you can give it in a capital letter, or else you can give underscore also. Without space, we need to give. Okay, this is a format to declare the variable, and not only for the PHP, in all the languages we have to follow this procedures. Okay. Next, how to assign the value for the variable. Okay, so variable type and as well as variable declaration with the value I define here. Okay, so if I take string, how to declare the variable? Dollar symbol name equal to John. Okay, semicolon, we need to write it mandatorily. Okay, and like this way we have to declare the variable for the string with the value I declare. If it is integer, normal numbers, like if it is age, date, year, everything we can write it. And if it is integer without double quotation, directly we need to give. Okay, here I am not having any decimal value, right? Only the number 10, 20, 50, 100, like that we have to write it. Okay, for the integer. If it is float, we can give dollar symbol height. Okay, height is equal to 5.2. Okay, if it is float, we can give 5.2 f also. I am not using f here, but in PHP we have float and as well as double. Double is default one. So if you declare a float or double anything using this dollar symbol height equal to 5.2, it is considered as a double. Okay, if I give f, in that time it will consider as a float. Okay, so like this way we can plan for the float variable, but here I am having dot value, but here it is without dot, we need to declare the number, that is integer type. Okay, then boolean. Boolean is a true or false. Okay, everything we need to write it in a capital letter in PHP. Okay, not in a small letter. And as well as array. Okay, array is a collection of element. Okay, array we are using for store the multiple values in single variable. Okay, if you take string, here I am having John, only one name I can able to assign. Okay, if it is here, see, dollar symbol color equal to array, right? Inside that array method, array constructor, okay, or method or constructor we can tell here. Okay, I'm not using a new keyword here. So we will consider as a method here. And inside that parenthesis, we can write a double quotation. Whatever the color you are having, you can write it. Okay. So red, blue, green, like that I written. Within a double quotation, we have to write it. This is a format. Like this way, we need to write the color. Okay. If I used a dollar symbol color equal to red, only one color I can able to write it here. Okay. If you're using string now. If it is array means, we can add a multiple value in single variable. Okay, so for that purpose, we are using array, and this intro is enough for this array. And while we move on to this array topic, I will explain you briefly, and we'll see that concept and practical program, everything separately for this. Okay, and right now I'm going to take only for the string, integer, float, and as well as boolean. Okay, but these are all the data type. Just I'm explaining here. You just understand. While we move on to this topic, we will use this variables, where data types and everything practically, and we will see the output for that. Okay, and the next one is object. So object, where we are using and when we need to use the object, if you are going to create a person class. Okay, in classes and object I'm telling. Okay, I'm having a person class and inside that I'm having one constructor. Now if you create the object for the person class like this, okay, equal to new. Okay, this object is called as a, this object is called as an encapsulation. Okay, so that one I will tell you how to create the class syntax and all. I'm not written here, just I'm creating the person class object like this, and in that class if I have constructor, we need to pass the argument value for that constructor. So here I am passing person name and as well as the designation. Okay, so developer and as well as person name is John. So whatever the values we are passing here as an argument, that value will be assigned to that constructor and it will print the value. Okay, so for that only we are using person. So how I am telling this person is a object now here. Here after equal to we are having new keyword, right? So using this, if I am having new keyword, in that time whatever the variables I am creating here, and in that time it is considered as a object. Okay, but here I'm not having a new keyword, see. Okay, so these are all the variables. Okay, and here this is the object. Okay, and null. So when we need to pass the null value x, I'm only having x variable but I'm not having any value for that. Okay, in that time we can give null. Okay, and as well as resources. So resources I'm not going to take right now. So this is advanced topic. Okay, in while we move on to the database connection, in that time we'll speak what are the resources we are having, how to create and how to access that, everything we'll see that later. And don't worry about this resource and all. Okay, and as well as object and null also. Null we will see, object also we'll do it later. Okay, so array topic also I will tell you in a practical session separately. And right now we'll see the string, integer, float, double, boolean, double here also we are having. Okay, double, boolean and as well as null. So this all the data types we'll see it in a practical session right now. Okay, and before that, before writing the program, we need to start the server. Okay, I open the XAMPP server control panel and I'm starting this. Okay, and I need to click the admin. So if I click that admin, the server is loading here. Wait for some time. So now the server is connected. Okay, now we'll start write the program. Okay, so now we'll move on to the C:XAMPP server folder. C drive, XAMPP server folder, and inside that I'm having htdoc. Open that folder, and in last session we already created this web page. Okay, I'm going to use that web page folder right now. Just I'm clicking, and I'm having already index file. Okay, now what I'm going to do, in this location I'm going to open the Visual Code editor. So this is a code we already created. Okay, so in this Explorer I'm having a index file. Okay, this code in last session we already completed. Okay, so now I'm going to open this page in a browser. Open the browser, and here you just type localhost / what is that, web page, right? Web page / that index. So in last session we completed this one. Okay, only the print message, how to use the echo and the print is we already seen. And here see I'm not having any title for this, okay, because I didn't return any HTML code here. Just for the designing and the coloring purpose, I used inline CSS, and I need to change that heading format. So for that I used only the h1 tag and as well as break tag in this code, okay. I'm not written any other HTML code here, but right now I'm going to use the same page, but including the HTML code, I'm going to write the PHP, okay. So in that time we'll get the title also, okay. So how to write, we'll see that. Now I'm going to delete this. See, I'm saved and I'm not having any output in our browser, okay. Now what I'm going to do, here I'm going to write doc. Just type doc, press enter, okay. So here the basics of HTML tag is automatically created here, okay. So now what we are going to do, I'm going to give the title, and here it is PHP, okay, welcome PHP, okay. This is a title I'm going to give. See, previously whatever the URL we are having, that only here it is displaying. Just refresh this one. So welcome PHP, like that we will get one message as a title, okay. Now we'll go to the body tag, and here I'm going to write a h1 tag, okay. So here about data types in PHP. So this is the topic we are going to cover in this session, right? So I am going to give this topic like this, and I need to display this one in a center. For that I'm going to write inline CSS. So how to write the inline CSS? Style equal to double quotation and inside that color colon blue, okay. And then I need to display the text in the center of the page, okay. So for that I'm using text align center. So if you write like this, it will display it in the center of the page, okay. And after this I'm going to write one HR tag, okay. So if I give HR tag, it will display it on horizontal line, okay. So now after this horizontal line, I'm going to start declare the variable, okay. So here I'm going to use h3 tag, okay. h3, just write h3, no need to write a angle bracket and all. It will automatically display the start tag and end tag, okay. So here about string data type, okay. So how to use the string data type, we will see that, okay. This is the first one, right? I'm using first, okay, one like that, about string data type. So how to write it, we'll see that. And here I already told you the string data type, right? String data type, how to declare? $symbol name equal to within double quotation John, like that we have to declare, okay. So this one only I'm going to use it. So here we'll write the PHP tag first, okay. PHP start tag, end tag, okay. Inside that we can write $symbol name equal to John, okay. And then $symbol place equal to Chennai, okay. $symbol designation equal to developer. So like this type of variables you can write it. And if you need to write emp underscore name, like this also we can write it. So here employee place, okay. So for place I'm using P capital letter, okay. Like this way also you can use the variable, okay. So without space we need to declare the variable. If you need space you can write like this, okay. I'm just writing the format, okay. So here I'm not having two words, right? Only designation, single word. Directly we can write. Within double quotation we need to declare the value. Okay, so after declaration, I assign the value, default value for this, and I need to print this. Okay, so I'm going to use echo, and here employee colon dollar symbol, just call the emp underscore name. Okay, and put semicolon. I need to write a break keyword, and after that I'm going to put a semicolon. Okay, and in the same way you have to call the other variable, place, designation, and everything. So I'm going to write employee place. Okay, emp place. Okay, designation, this is variable, and designation, like that we can write it. Okay, so I assign the value and I'm printing the output here. Okay, now save it and go to the browser and refresh it. So it will print all the values like this. Okay, so now see, if I return in single quotation, okay, single quotation, in that time also, see, it will display the output. It won't display any error message. Okay, if you need to write double quotation or single quotation, you can write it. Okay, not a problem. Okay, and here we are not having character data type. Okay, so if you need to write a character, for example, this is a character, only one character we can assign it. In that time also it will print. If I used a string, a collection of character, that's it. Okay, or single or double, any way we can assign the value for that variable. Okay, this is a variable and this one is a value, after equal to value. Okay, clear? And then now next we will move on to the integer data type. Okay, this one is second one, integer data type. I saved and here I am refreshing. Okay, so how to use the integer data type, we will see that. PHP opening and closing. Okay, so here what are the integer data type? See, I'm going to write age. This is the integer value, right? 20. And then if I used year, 2025, okay, this is the integer. Here I'm not having a decimal value, so in that time it is considered as a integer data type. Okay, so how to print this? You can write age is, and here see, in this within double quotation itself I'm printing the value. In last time I already told you, using dot operator also we can print the variable value like that. And so here I'm going to follow that format. Okay, so like this I'm breaking the line. Okay, using dot operator I'm concatenating that variable value. So this is another format. Okay, so whatever the format you are comfortable, you can write it. Okay, so for the year also I'm printing YER. Okay, Y capital letter, and here we need to write year. Okay, that's it. Okay, I saved and just I'm refreshing, I'm getting the output. Okay, this is for the integer. Okay, so now I'm telling like this is an integer, this is a string. How can I identify? Okay, how can I identify this? This is a string data type, this is an integer data type. Okay, how can I find? For that we have where dump, like that one method I already told you, no? So how to use this method, we'll see that. Here I'm going to write echo it is. Okay, and no need to write echo also, it will automatically print, but I'm using echo where dump within a parenthesis dollar symbol. I'm going to call the emp name. Okay, and I'm going to write dot double quotation angle bracket break tag. Okay, now we'll see the output for this. See, it is string. How many character I am having? 4. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, null character 4. Including the length, it will print the output where dumb. And the value also is printing. Okay. So this is string. Okay. Now in the same way, I am going to copy this line and I am going to write it here also. Okay. And here I need to change the variable, and here I am using year. Okay. Year. If I used year, see, it is int. It considered as a int. Here it is string, right? Here it is int 2025. So like this, it will print the value type. Okay, like this way we can print it. This is for the integer and string. And next one we are having float and double, right? So here float or double. Okay, data type. So how to write it, we'll see here. Dollar symbol question mark PHP, like this. Write the tag and write dollar symbol height. Okay, height, weight, anything we can write it. Salary, rupees, price, amount, rupees, price. These are all the variable. Okay, so like that we can plan it. And here I'm using 5.2 semicolon. Okay, and just I'm using only one variable here. Echo height is, and then dollar symbol height. Okay, and then write a break tag. Start tag and end tag we are having in same line. Okay, that's it. So here see, it's printing height. Okay, and I'm going to use this where dump. Okay, method here also, and here it is height is a variable, right? So if I write like this, see, it's considered as a float. Okay, if you need to write a double, see, you can write n number of values here like this. Okay, so it is also considered as a float. Okay, float and double both are same format only. Okay, so you can give any type of values, and in all the languages we are using F, but here if I use F, it will display the error message. Okay, for the termination we are going to give, but here no need to give. By default only it will consider as a float only, and here we are not having separate double data type, and if you need to write a double data type also you can write it. Okay, so I am using like this, it's considered as a float. Okay, and a string, integer, float and double is completed. And what is the next data type? Boolean. Okay, so how to write the Boolean data type, we will see that. And for the Boolean, here I am going to write it, and I need to change the number. This one is third, right? Third, and this one is a 4. This is a Boolean data type. Boolean, we call like bool. Okay, here I'm going to write a start tag and end tag. Okay, and inside that dollar symbol status. Okay, equal to true. Okay, and then echo status is dollar symbol status. Okay, okay, so now we'll see this. So I'm getting the Boolean data type status 1. Okay, if it is true, it is displaying 1, and if I give false, Okay, see, it will display empty, null value. Okay, there is no any value for that. Okay, so like this way we can declare the boolean data type, and as well as we will check the format. Here we need write a status. Okay, see, just refresh it. So it will print the status as bool, false. Okay, and the bool value is false. Okay, so if I write here, it will print true. Okay, one second, I will give the break here, and just for the output I'm writing like this, and you can able to scroll here like this. Now you can see here. Okay, status is true na 1. Okay, if it is false means it won't print any value, that is 0, considered as a 0. Okay, like this way it will print the output for the boolean. Okay, and in PHP you can see one thing. I declared one time one variable right here, status. Okay, I already assigned the value for that. Okay, again in the same tag or in the same page, if I use the same variable but different value, in that time also it will accept. Okay, and here it's already declared, like that it won't display any error. Okay, so we can declare the variable wherever you need. We can declare the variable, we can directly access it. Okay, so there is no any problem in that. Okay, so this is for the boolean data type. Okay, now you are able to understand string, integer, float, and as well as boolean data type, how to declare the value, how to declare the variable, and how to assign the value, and how to print that value, and how to find the types using where dump method. Okay, any doubts in this? And the next we have array, object, and resource. This and all we will say it later, and I'm going to tell about the null. Okay, so we'll move on to the null data type. Now I'm going to write a null value for the variable. Okay, so here say about the null. Null value. Okay, null value for the variable. So how to declare it? PHP tag, start tag, end tag, and inside that, see, I'm going to declare one x variable. Okay, x is equal to null. Okay, then echo x value is dollar symbol x, and I'm going to write a break tag. Okay, now see the output. I refreshed, so there is no any value for that. Okay, and we'll give the value type for that. See, where here it is x, we need write x. Refresh it and see the output. It is null. Okay, there is no any value, but in the same way I'm going to copy this all the code. I'm going to paste it one more time, and here if I give any value, for example I'm giving 100 now, now it is considered as a integer. Okay, now in the same way, if I'm going to declare 100 within a double quotation. Okay, 100 within a double quotation. In that time, that 100 is considered as a string. Okay, we can assign the number inside the string, but in string, but in integer, we are not able to assign the string or character. Okay, so like this way we can assign it. Now I'm using same variable. See, I'm not having any redeclared error. Okay, we can use anywhere and we can give the different value, we can print it. Okay, so this is a null value. Like this way we have to use it, and this one is fifth one, right? Okay, 4, 5. Okay, now you understand about all the data types. String data type, integer, float, that is a decimal value, boolean, only true or false value we can give here, and as well as how to assign the null value for the variable. So for that only I declared this one. Okay, and any doubts in this? See, I used HTML tags also in this. Okay, and as well as I'm having PHP code, business logic method also I'm having here. Okay, now the next thing about command line. Okay, and what is that? I'm not going to use a number and all, just I'm writing h1 tag. Okay, about command line. Okay, in PHP how to write the command line, we will see that. Okay, see, I'm going to write on PHP tag. Okay, inside that just I'm printing one message, echo hello welcome to PHP. Like that I'm going to print one message. See, that message is printing here. Okay, again I'm going to write echo, this is my first message. So like that I'm having one message also. So I'm having two messages in echo. Okay, in same line. Okay, but if you need to write it in the next line also, that you can write a break tag, anything we can write it. Okay, not only for the echo, and in the same way I'm using dollar symbol name equal to John, dollar symbol age equal to 20, and I'm going to print this echo within double quotation, dollar symbol name age is dollar symbol age. Okay, so like that I'm going to write one variable declaration and as well as one message. See, in this here also we need to write one break tag, right? Here I'm just refreshing. See, I'm having all the three lines, right? But I need to display it only this John message. No need this 2 line. So in that time, no need to delete it. Okay, you just put it in a command line. This is a single command line. Like this way we can write it in PHP. Okay, just refresh and they don't display that 2 line. Instead of that, whatever the other lines we are having, we can get it. Okay, this is a single command line. Okay, and in the same way I'm going to write one more code. Okay, so dollar symbol a equal to 100, dollar symbol b equal to 50, dollar symbol c equal to dollar symbol a plus dollar symbol b. Okay, simple calculations I'm going to write it here, and here I'm going to write dollar symbol a plus dollar symbol b equal to dollar symbol c. Okay, this is a small calculations we returned. Okay, in next session we are going to learn about operators. Okay, in that time we will see this briefly. Just I'm writing one simple calculation here. What are the values we are having in a and b? I'm going to add it and I'm going to assign that value to the c variable, and c is printing the output. Okay, so now go to the code and refresh it and see I'm having John message and as well as this value calculations also, right? Now what I'm going to do, no need to print this John output. Okay, I need to print only this calculation. In that time, I need to put it this 3 line in a command line, right? For that, we can use like this, slash asterisk asterisk slash. Okay, so this is a multi command line. Like this way we can use it, and only the last output, whatever the output we are having here, only that one it will print. Okay, so like this way we can use the single command line and as well as multi command line. And one more single command line also is there, that I will tell you here. See, I'm not going to print it this one. Okay, I am putting on just hash. Okay, and I'm going to print this C value outside of the PHP tag. Okay, so I already told you the expression tag, right? In that format I'm going to print it. Okay, I'm using h4 sum of two number is, and here I'm going to write an expression tag $C question mark angle bracket close. Okay, so in this expression tag I'm not having echo or print method. Without echo and print method we can print the output. Okay, so using variable we can print the output. Okay, and this is another command line, and using this hash also we can put the single command line. Okay, so one or more line now we can use like this. This is single, or else you can use hash also. Okay, so like this way we can use the command line in PHP. Okay, now you understand this, how to handle the variables and how to put the command lines and everything. And in the next session we are going to learn about the operators and what are the operators we are having and how to handle the operators in PHP code. We'll see that. Okay, thanks for watching.